Did you know over 18 million people listen to The Ramsey Show every week? A lot of those people listen on one of our 600 plus radio stations across the country. To find a station near you, go to RamseySolutions.com/show.
Show ending, after show beginning. Going here, and it can remind me of the show number 248 today. I'll finish putting my links in. I want you guys, you can listen to the Rachel Cruz song. Guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. For good advice that you learned in her youth. Talk about friendly to shows up, how to be millionaire. Know yourself, know your money, love your life, not theirs. Guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. Guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. Mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. Guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. Mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. Guess that's why we all love Rachel Cruz. All right. Okay, so as I said, number 248 today. Let's go. Do we know what day it is? Alrighty. This is for the drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step one. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you pay for your debt. It's a mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby, step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle invest. Step 5 is to save for your kid. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, and why I go, and why I post this YouTube show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Great. I was trying to fix the mic there. It is low. It wasn't low when I started. Let's see. Let me see if I can get this taken care of here. It's bad when you got to be your own engineer. That is so weird. Test, test, test. Okay, that ought to be better. That may be too much. I put the gain all the way up. Let's take that a little bit down, because we got the Deloney song coming up, and you know that's going to be loud. Test, test, test. Okay, that should be good. Alrighty, how's that, Clay? Mama called him Clay, Daddy called him Clay, I call him Clay. What up, Sid? Alright, so where were we? Oh yeah. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Link is at the top of the chat and in the video description below. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Add me on the gram. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's PayPal, if I can say it right, paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. And again, all those links are at the top of the chat and in the video description below. Thanks for the IOs. All right, well, that's all right. Some people would like it better if the music was louder than my voice. Hopefully it'll be good for, this mix will be good for the other ones. And yes, there are other ones coming up. Clay is not a big fan of the song Friday, and that's too bad. Oh, and of course, whoops. I forgot, of course, to prep something as per usual. Get that going, and then we'll continue. Alrighty. I hope not Kath is AJ's wife. I hope his wife is driving. If he's messing around on his phone. Alrighty. Okay, where were we? Alright, we did that. Okay, so, hey. The Ramsey show was fun today, April Fool's Day, and as an April Fool's joke, the host changed shirts a lot. One of them more than others. But sitting in the big chair today was friend of the Aftershow, author of Redefining Anxiety, host of the John Deloney Show, author of the, what is that called? Cards for Humans. Questions for Humans. Some DLC coming for that, apparently. Some extra cards or something. Oh, we call him Dr. D, as you can see. But his parents named him John Deloney. Oh, he's got 2 PhDs, 2 more than me. Plus, he's got some other certs. John Deloney, never gonna stop. Gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out. And the cut, woo! John Deloney, sing the real words there. Ooh, he takes a call and then he twirls his pen and he saves the day again. John Deloney, ooh, this dude has got some range. Season of change is what you're going. This is John Deloney, never gonna stop. Gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out. Has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. Check that level here. That's what we got. How's that sounding, Sid? Ooh, I said a brilliant mind, anxiety redefined, and put in a quick read by John Deloney. Wealth and illness has to face, they didn't place, but they probably still had fun with John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out. Has the cut of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. All right. And this is co-hosting with him today. Who love songs. Got another half a verse for the Camel song, and it goes like this. Try it. Practice it one time. We'll see if I can do it right. Yeah. Now Giorgio's 3 podcasts, they don't cost a cent. A borrowed future, entree, leadership, and the fine print. He used to host YouTube back in the day. Messed up. Didn't do it fast enough. Alright, come on. Let's see, right there. Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, then it's, I think it's right there. 3 podcasts, they don't cost a cent. Borrowed future, entree, leadership, and the fine print. He used to host YouTube back in the day. Nope. Wrong as well. Alright. Just don't know when the... I thought I had it set for the right part to come in. Okay. Alright, I think I got it now. Yeah. Georgian 3 podcast, they don't call it the scent. Borrow future entree leadership and the fine print. He used to host YouTube back in the day. Casey calls him George Camel with the K. It's YouTube's on the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears Ace of Filoni, used to wear flannel, still does. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off. Changed his shirt like 12 times today, dog. Baby step 7, y'all. Got a second dog, too. And maybe an electric vehicle. I don't know if he was joking about that or not. We'll have to get clarity on that. All right. Market report, and I got the wrong. I forgot to check the market before I pulled up the sound of it. Oh goodness. Such a horrible show today. Okay, let's try it again. Market report. All right. So, let's see. Just not that. I mean, not that. Not up that much, but better than being down. A bunch of us would buy today, it being a Friday, so it must have popped back up at the end there. Yeah, see right at the end there, 348, and then it went bloop, all the way up there. So there you go. 0.29% up for today. And let's see, and that's your NASDAQ, and that's the one I'm interested in because that I'm more heavily invested in the tech stocks, being more aggressive per Dave since I'm old. Dow Jones and S&P 500, 0.4% and 0.34%. Russell Small Cap Index 1.01%. And as Wall Street posts, and they changed it, it said this: Wall Street slips as jobs data backs hawkish Fed. It said that earlier, but now it says Wall Street posts modest gains as job report keeps Fed hikes on track. So there you go. Let's see what we got. Unemployment drops to 3.6% versus an estimate of 3.7%. So that was good as well. Non-farm payrolls rose by 431,000 jobs last month. GameStop seeks share split. Dow up 0.4 as we said. S&P up 0.3 and NASDAQ up 0.3 as well. Is that what it actually finished at? No, 0.34 for the S&P and 0.29 for the NASDAQ. All right, so earnings calendar. Next week we got Costco, and the week after that, AJ, go to get to Costco and buy some stuff. After that, we got banks happening in 2 weeks, and that would be Chase, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, and then of course, and Wells Fargo, and then United Health Group as well. So we'll see what they do. The most followed single stocks on the Google would be led by, looks like Alphabet, which owns Google, and that's 0.78%. So that's pretty good. The only one of these down is Apple, at 0.17% down. Let's see, anything else? Oh, never mind. The highest up was the artist formerly known as Facebook, Meta Platforms Inc. That one was the highest up, and the Alphabet was the second one. Gosh, I cannot talk today. Tesla, again, usually up or down 3 or more percent every day, but here lately it's been less volatile than that. Check the rest of the planet, see how they're doing. Everything up in Europe, mostly up in Asia. Euro is down against the US dollar. US dollar is up against the Japanese yen. US dollar up against the British pound, love. The US dollar up against the Canadian dollar, eh? Sorry. And the US dollar up against the Australian dollar, mate. No shrimp on the barbie tonight. Beans and rice on the barbie only. And crypto, everything is up, led by what? Ethereum. Alrighty, I know a guy that has some Cardano. Alright, so is that everything? Yep, that's everything we need for there. So we did those, Okay, this from rollcall.com. Pelosi dismisses gas tax hiatus, says consumers wouldn't benefit. Her stance comes as 6 Senate Democrats call for a holiday through 2022, and they're just, you got politicians doing politician things, trying to get us through the inflation and the gas prices and et cetera, et cetera. So I would assume this idea wouldn't go anywhere since she's not down with it. Let's see, this from Yahoo Finance. Intel is coming for NVIDIA and AMD, and that's good news for you. And that's, because that's more competition, and so theoretically prices would come down, but Intel would have to prove itself on the gaming card front because NVIDIA and AMD have owned that forever. But AMD slipped in there, and now they're I think they might be bigger than NVIDIA, in fact. And so, but Intel's going to be making those type of video cards soon with the launch of company's ARC graphics cards. And so don't know if they are going to be as powerful. I don't know if they're going to do that. Maybe just maybe the budget PC budget gaming PC is what they're going for rather than the high end that NVIDIA and AMD do. But we'll have to see. They haven't announced what type of cards yet, I don't believe. That's right. The chips on motherboards, which the video is built into the motherboard, are integrated accelerators, and that piggybacks off a laptop CPU and RAM to power on-screen graphics. And while that's fine if you're browsing the web or streaming movies, gaming is best left to discrete chips. And so that means a special chip just to do video. So yeah, then they can run games or otherwise choke a system with integrated graphics. And with the new rendering engine, the Unreal 5, that's going to kick all of the system requirements up. Alrighty. Let's say this is Intel's entry-level chip. So yeah, so that's going to be like a lower one, perhaps around the same one that I have. And this is how the video card market has been. The card I have bought 4 years ago, and now it costs like $50 more than I paid for it. No, sir, no Clay, not Xbox Master Race. Did we settle out who's driving? Oh, he's driving and using speech to text. Are you driving? Are you alone, Clay? Mama call him Clay, Daddy call him Clay, I call him Clay. All right, this from CNBC.com. This is the Make It section. There are signs of a recession could be on the way. Here are some ways to protect your savings. We can see if we agree with their assessment here. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Monday. Okay, drip feed investments. All right. Sarah Cole, senior personal finance analyst at UK investment platform Hargreaves Lansdowne. Hargreaves reminds me of Umbrella Academy, and that should be, I think, on the way, like later in the spring or summer, I believe, for that. Well, actually, I think Umbrella Academy and what is it? Stranger Things. I think they're gonna start like within a week of each other, something like that. Probably not that great an idea, but they know what they're doing over at the Netflix, I guess. Anyway, so Hargreaves Lansdowne said it's worth younger savers ensuring that some of their money is invested in the stock market, particularly as this offers a better chance of generating inflation-beating returns. It's almost impossible to predict exactly when the next recession or market crash may happen. Yes, and putting off investing because of something that might or might not happen can spell disaster. Okay, so they're saying start investments, and of course the Ramsey advice, regardless of recession, regardless of inflation, the Ramsey advice is going to be you start investing after you are out of debt and have your full emergency fund. Let's see, drip feeding money in the stock market. I guess that means just a little bit at a time. Pound to dollar cost averaging is the idea of making regular contributions to your investment pot in order to smooth out any potential stock market volatility. Right, and that's the Ramsey advice as well. You don't try to time the market. You make a schedule and say, like, normally it's on every paycheck, and you invest out of every paycheck. If you're planning to invest your money for less than 5 years, these savings should be held in cash. Dave agrees with that. Don't put it in the market because the market could be down in less than 5 years. But in every 5-year period, the market has been at least even, if not up. And so, yeah, you can go high yield savings account or money market. Check bankrate.com for the best rates on that. But it's not going to be much, 0.5%, maybe less now even. All right, investing amid rising rates. Okay, that's not gonna change for Dave Ramsey's advice. It's still same thing. Out of debt, emergency fund, then you invest 15% of your gross income. All right, what's this one? The recession is far from set in stone, even with the yield curve inversions. Okay, so that last bit didn't give any advice really. It just says we don't know if a recession is actually going to happen, is basically what that one said. All right, this is from marketwatch.com. The Help Me Retire section. I'm 67 and retired with $57,000 left on my mortgage and $600,000 saved for retirement. Should I pay off my home now? Well, yes, you should. You shouldn't take money out of retirement to do it, though. So you would, let's see if we have, I don't think we can read this because it's behind a subscription wall. Yeah, so 67 years old, single, retired at 66. Maybe you could work part-time somewhere, if you're bored sitting at home, maybe you can bring in a little bit more money. After taxes, I receive $3,100 per month from a pension. Oh, you should be fine. After taxes and my Part B Medicare payment, I receive $2,100 per month from Social Security. That's $5,200. Approximately $100,000 in mutual fund savings accounts. Well, if it's in mutual funds, you don't want to take that out necessarily if it's in a tax. I'm assuming that's just like a taxable account. You would take it out if you need it, but not if you don't need it. 500,000 in the 401k account, and you want to take only the mandatory, the required minimum distribution out of that, because you don't touch that. You can leave that. You can leave that to someone else. Let's see. Yeah, so you would just keep paying the house off and pay it off. Yeah, absolutely. You don't tap any of your retirement stuff. You just pay it out of what's your income, basically, that $5,000 a month income. Alrighty, this from the New York Post. Google's ex-HR chief says hybrid work won't last. We'll get everyone back. So he thinks some people sometimes working from home and sometimes working at the office. He didn't think that'll work. Let's see if he has any. Let me scan it really quickly and see. Executives want to push employees back to the office full time. Probably so you can keep an eye on them better. Starting Monday, Google is ordering most employees back in the office 3 days a week. Some Googlers will be required to work in person for more than 3 days a week, while others will be allowed to work remotely forever. Google said the policy balances the best of being together in person and being anywhere. The former HR guy doesn't think it'll last. He added that executives at Google and other large companies are itching to get employees to the desk. So why? Let's see. We'll get everyone back in the office eventually. He claimed. One executive recently told him, I just don't want to pick that fight now. Yeah, you just, when you make it 3 days first, and then, it's not as rough when you say 5 days then later. So, oh, that's sad, Clay. Well, we'll keep you company. Alrighty, 6:36 after the hour. 40 degrees. Let's see if there's traffic on here. No, there's not traffic on the thing. Check to see if there's a couple questions on the Dave Ramsey subreddit. Again, this is not run by Ramsey Solutions. It's run by fans. They do allow people to say negative things about, and nitpick and all that about Dave Ramsey, which that even happens in the Facebook Ramsey Baby Steps community is what the one that Ramsey Solutions runs on there. There's a bunch of other ones on there. There's, I think, 3 Ramsey dating groups on the Facebook as well. And so, and I even checked them out, but in my experience, most of the people in those Ramsey dating groups were married. So, all right, so Alternative View 9360 wants to know what is in baby step 3. He wants to know what's great about an HSA. Well, if you're going to spend the money anyway, if you're going to have that much in medical anyway, you can have it in the HSA and then use it out of the HSA. And it's also a way, if you don't use it, it just stays in the HSA. And so that's like another way to invest. That money inside that can be invested. And so let's see what other people have to say about it. If you don't spend a lot, right, it won't do you much good. Yep, good for daycare. I guess you can use maybe daycare. Check it out in your state. Could be different for each state. Let's see. HSA funds do not expire, right? Okay. Bonnie MSM is a moderator of this of the Dave Ramsey subreddit, and she says if you use your HSA to pay medical expenses, like having a tax-free medical sinking fund. Yep.
If your state allows and your employer does payroll deducted HSA contributions every dollar you put in your HSA, avoid state income tax, federal income tax, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security tax, so triple tax advantage. So there you go. He's at a rest stop. Hey man, you get those wheels turning. You ain't going nowhere if you're at a rest stop. What's the? Trying to think of the lyrics in there. Something. Get the something burning. Get those big old wheels a turning. Put that hammer down and give it ill. I'm eastbound and down. I did eastbound and down before on the after show. All right, what else we got here? How about 529, Christian? This from RVA Cat. Have some money, 80K, and a 529 plan for my son. Next question. Is there any way to avoid the penalty for withdrawal for non-college expenses? Trade school. If it not, would it be better to break up the withdrawals over 5 to 10 years? It depends on you, whether you want to pay the taxes, if you think you'll be on it in a, because you got to pay the capital gains on that, so, and the penalty, so, you could also leave it to a family member as well. But yeah, it depends. You can ask your tax guy about that. Having 80K in the 529, you might have a tax guy. If not, you can get a SmartVestor, not a SmartVestor Pro, you can get an ELP from the Dave Ramsey website, RamseySolutions.com. All right, and not that much posted since yesterday. We did this one yesterday because George Camel was talking about what was he talking about? Oh, he's talking about when Camel told somebody to get term life and cancel the whole life policy, and this guy is, well, maybe they can't get term life because of medical conditions or whatever, right? And George Camel said, and the advice is always, you get the term policy in place before you cancel a whole life policy. Because yeah, sometimes you can't get another policy, and then a whole life policy, as bad as it is, it's better than not having any. All right, well, I guess, maybe you think he's, you think he's circling around at the rest stop, Sid? All right. Let's see what we're doing for upcoming streams. Wednesdays and Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming. That's when I play a single player game. I just started last night. I started playing Uncharted 3. Don't remember what year that was, but I have played that one before. Unlike the first and second ones, which I just got through playing for the first time before the Uncharted movie came out. But this one I have played before. Definitely not as smooth as the fourth game and the fifth game, which Nathan Drake is not in, called Lost Legacy. This show is Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Ramsey Show Aftershow show. And Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Tech Support with Coach Steve Money. And I do the exact same thing I just did with the Dave Ramsey subreddit. I go to the Tech Support subreddit and answer questions on there based on my 25 years plus of being a PC tech. Wednesdays, no set time, the Curse of Oak Island no cap recap. And this week it went out, I think, about 7 a.m. is when I posted that. And that's a pre-recorded show, not a live thing. I might play some Uncharted tonight, and this weekend at some point I'll get back into InSound Mine. InSound Mine I find really hard because it's like stuff is damaging you, and it's not apparent what is damaging you. It's not apparent what you do. It's really not user friendly. But if you look around a while, and that's what I've been having to do. I've been having to stop and then like start up the game while not streaming and looking around at stuff and seeing like, okay, what can I do? What can I do with this? What can I do with that? What can I do with that? And then not actually do anything, just figure out what I'm going to do. And then, which I mean, doesn't take that long, maybe 15 or 20 minutes, but it's a lot of dead time, and it's not assured that I'm going to have the answer in 15 or 20 minutes. So that's what I've been doing with that lately. So I will get back into that. I mean, it's a pretty cool game. And of course, it was free from Epic Games. Let's see what they have this week for free. Last week it was an occult pinball game called Demon's Tilts. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, Pinball FX is free, early access. So you can get that. It probably only comes with one table, and that's how they get you. That's how they get you. But let's see. So, free games are City of Brass, Total War, Warhammer. Clay, didn't you say something about Warhammer at one point? Somebody did. He used the restroom. Cool, cool, cool. Thanks for sharing. So there's actually 2 games this week. City of Brass and let's see. There's no video on that one. Interesting. Is it Aladdin? Is it Aladdin, and do you get to sing the songs? Is what I want to know. You never had a friend like me. All right, and then the Warhammer. Not you. Okay, somebody. Maybe it was AJ. Sega. Cutscene, which doesn't tell you anything about gameplay. All right. No gameplay trailer, but oh, okay. So it's like, okay, I see. So it's just like it's a strategy, war strategy game. Okay, cool. So, and it is free, so doesn't matter if you don't like it. And of course, these you just have to claim. You don't have to install them now. You can install them sometime later if you wanted to. And then I guess next week there's 2 games as well: Rogue Legacy and The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I think that is mature. Let's see if this is shows gameplay there. Oh, you want to watch out for the train there. Okay. So this looks like this might be interesting. And brand new free, and let's see what kind of clocks you need to run that. Not much. Probably came out a while ago. Minimum is Core 2 Duo. That's a very old processor. 6 gigabytes of RAM. Graphics, just a video card with 1 gigabyte of video RAM. So that's pretty old. But to run at the recommended specs, you need a little bit more. Intel i5 or equivalent AMD, and 8 gigabytes of RAM and 4 gigabytes of RAM on your video card. It doesn't say the exact video card you need. So when did that come out? That came out. I claimed that one already, as you can see. That came out in last year. No, 2 years ago. No, last year. Yeah, 12/19/21. That's interesting that it's not. I mean, I guess the graphics aren't crazy, but and some of that is going to be cutscenes. Anyway, thought I would share that with you guys since we had time. So I did the streams. Oh, and I'll be playing. So, like I said, I'll get back into InSound Mind sometime this weekend. I don't have much going on this weekend, so I'll probably be doing a lot of playing video games. Definitely some Uncharted, and definitely getting back into InSound Mind. You never know when a PC building simulator play will happen. and I might start something else as well. I'll probably finish Uncharted, and then maybe start up the Last of Us series, perhaps. After that, maybe I was going to play that sometime this spring or summer anyway, play both of those Last of Us games. Those are my favorite games. Alrighty, so to give my plugs again, let's see if we got any extra subs. We did not. That's alright. Didn't lose any either. So it's a good day. You can schedule a free financial coaching consultation / assessment. If you got money problems or if you just want to make sure you're on the right track. You just click the link that's at the top of the chat and in the video description and on the right side of my YouTube banner as shown just a second ago, and that will take you to calendly.com, and you just click on financial coaching on that other page and that brings you here, and then you go and pick the date. A good date is May the 4th be with you, of course, and you pick the time you want, and then Calendly will let me know when you want that appointment, and I'll email you back to let you know what information I need to accurately assess you. The P right there on my what is that called, YouTube banner, is for PayPal donations, and you can don't request any money. I won't send you any, but you click send, and that will get right to me. Every little bit helps. Let's see, what else do we have? Instagram, add me on the grown. That Clay, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna stream for 5 hours in a row. I mean, I might start playing another thing later. Sid probably has a fine podcast for you that she's gonna tell you right now. I'm interested in too. I like history too. Normally my history though that I like is where we don't know what happened. Like, how the frick did they build the pyramids if they only had copper chisels? How'd they do that? What the heck happened on Oak Island? All that infrastructure work that was done on there way a long time ago. How they do that kind of stuff is what I'm into. Also the architecture somewhat I'm into as well. Did I do all my stuff? Oh yeah, coachdmoney@gmail.com. You can ask me about anything about the Ramsey Show, Aftershow show. You can ask me about stuff about the Ramsey Show. I'll tell you if I know the answer. About Dave's advice, anything about that. Oak Island. There's that Uncharted 3 that I started last night. Anything about Oak Island, I'll talk to you about video gaming. And this is, let's see how many tabs I got open, Sid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then on the other window over here that you can't see, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I got 24 tabs open between two windows. And as you can see, this still is not loaded. It's still not loaded until I mouse over it. So anyway, video gaming, as I said, I just did the first stream of this last night, Uncharted 3. I do a bunch of PC tech playing PC Building Simulator. I tried that pinball game. I mean, it's a good way to waste a half an hour if you need to, and especially if you like pinballs. And Insound 9 I'm working on still. Got a bit to go in that one as well. That could be a little while. Computer stuff, if you have tech support stuff, and questions about your computer, that kind of thing. I have other videos on there like tips, like if it's a good time to buy or build your computer, like buy a pre-built or build them. And at the moment, it seems like it's better to buy a pre-built because the parts are costing more. And there's tips in the computer thing, like how to download the media creation tool which lets you create a Windows 11 or 10 USB flash drive that you can boot from to repair your Windows installation, or you can wipe out the drive and do a fresh installation of it. This one speed up your computer just by disabling startup programs, and these are short videos, like two-ish minutes, I think. And then how to use a Windows Event Viewer to troubleshoot problems. So I got you covered basically. And this is these songs that I sung today. I sang the Baby Step song, the John Deloney song, and I don't have the Camel song in here because it's not as long as any of the rest of them. But I just got to figure out where to start the music, because I do have a full verse now, or no, I have a half a verse, I think. All right, but I'll talk to you about any of that. You can, like I said, reach me, email CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com, and especially email me if you would like to sing the Baby Step song. I believe Good Morning Julia is gonna do it. And if you would like to do it, that would be great. I would love to hear somebody else besides me sing the Baby Step song. I've sung it, I mean, at least 100 times, probably more than that. I'm trying to remember what episode number I debuted that. And oh, I remember how we can find out. There's the shorts there. That's in the shorts. It's Kelly telling me I was right. Where's the 6 months ago? So you get 221 views. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna, when I do a better recording of it, I am gonna put that on the talk, and then I'll go viral, and then I'll make a lot of money, and then I'll be too good to talk to any of you people anymore. So that's the way. Your Pentium 2 is acting up. Well, Clay, you know, what you could do is, you know what, the Smithsonian Institute might be interested in that. Clay, Smithsonian Institute might be interested in that. When you can buy a whole computer that is way better than your computer for $50, you know yours is bad. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's see. Sid is recommending Dan Carlin's Hardcore History, very long form podcast series, 4 to 5 hours. Whoa. I hope, Sid, does he have a, because you don't want to be driving and you hear like a voice like, oh, well, so this week in history, we went to there, and like that, that'll just put you right to sleep. It's got to have some, some bum, bum, bum in it to keep Clay awake. Let's see. Sid just listened to is it Celtic or Celtic Holocaust, Sid? Celtic or Celtic? What else? He covers some of World War II in Japan and even ancient warfare like Sparta, the 300 era. I have never seen that movie. For our Blitz episode about the Cold War. Alright. We'll see what Sid says about this pronunciation of, is it Celtic or Celtic? Oh man, this was a rough episode today. Rough episode. I don't know why I have no idea why I just streamed last night and it was fine. I don't know what happened to I'll have to look at it. See what's up with I had to turn the gain way up on the mic. Don't know. Maybe Sid's not listening. Give her another minute. What else can I talk about? Mama call him Clay. Daddy call him Clay. I call him Clay. Clay, drive safe. Have a good trip there. Tell your dad I said hi. Watch out for the other guy as far as driving. How much did you play? How much did you pay for the gas, Clay? And what state was that? See, the problem with these normal regular chatters in the Ramsey Show chat is that they will tab out in a heartbeat and like be gone for hours. So let's see, filled up past Monday for like 380-ish. We don't do ish, Clay. Don't do ish. Yeah, I did 389 here in Ohio, in central Ohio, in Columbus, Ohio. Everybody knows where I am already. So yeah, 3.89 is the lowest here. Now, President Biden released the most ever amount of oil from the oil reserves. So in theory, that gas price should be going down a little bit. We'll see. I only half filled up just because I'm hoping that will happen. It'll probably go up though. And that'll be what I get for trying to time the gas market. So don't try to time any markets at all. All right. Clay, I think, said, what's about? Do you know if it's Celtic or Celtic? Oh, you know what I could do? I could Google it. Is it Celtic or Celtic? There we go. Whoops. So, not the Boston Celtics. Celtic pronunciation. Let's see what it says. People who study the Celtic culture, language, and history usually pronounce it as Celtic, but for sports fans say Celtic. Okay, fair enough. And Clay confirms the K sound, and he typed that in before he just heard me say that, because it's like, and this, look, is it Grammar Girl really? Oh man, Grammar Girl. If she is not well, I don't know if she's gonna have a paywall on here, but if Grammar Girl isn't married, maybe I'll be interested there. That's pretty cool though. See, this is the kind of stuff that I like. That is heckin' old, dog. And like buildings like that. That is crazy. Because it's so old, and it's like how they do that when supposedly they didn't have any ability to do that. Like some stuff that would be hard to do now with today's technology, they couldn't even do. So, alrighty. Well, I appreciate. Looks like at least 3 are watching. I don't know how that works. I see 3 on my chat app that pulls in both the chats from Twitch and the YouTubes. Nobody from the Twitch has commented today. Every once in a while they do. When they do, I make sure to say hey to them. I have, I think, about 14 followers over there. So, but it doesn't cost, it doesn't cost me anything else to stream over there. So, bruh, for reals. All right. Okay. So, I guess I'll stop talking and hit the end stream button. Definitely, Clay. Be safe, dog, and we will see you in the chat, sir. All right. And what you want to do always is make smart financial decisions every day.